I recently learned that more than 40% of adult patients in acute care hospital beds are age 65 or older. Well, for many people, being admitted to the hospital is a new and very overwhelming experience. Amy O'Rourke with the Cameron Group has joined us to share some practical tips for managing an elder's care in the hospital. And we've certainly talked about this at length off camera, because something I found from my own situation when my elderly mother was in the hospital, somebody needed to be with her all the time, keeping track of medications, of tests, of everything. And that's something that you really feel is important.
100%. Somebody, and this is going to be hard to hear for some people, but I would never have an aging person in my life be in the hospital without someone there 24/7. Hospitals are dangerous places for an older person. The risk of infection is high, medication error is high, they stay in the bed longer than they should, they're not moving, so you have to have someone there running the care and making sure that their needs and their values are being communicated clearly to everybody that's coming in contact with them.
So that's it. The daily routine of a hospital is what really gets overwhelming for an elderly person. And especially, you know, what does the caregiver, the person there, really need to be aware of?
Well, I love what you said earlier. You had a notebook and you took notes. Yeah, I thought that was great. You take notes with everything that's happening, because in truth, there isn't a hospital daily routine. You want to pay attention to what physicians have seen your aging person. Have they been seen by a cardiologist? Have they been seen by an oncologist? Have they been seen by the psychiatrist? Because if you want to have them discharged, all the physicians that have seen them must approve their discharge out. So if you've had 7 doctors see you, you have to have 7 doctors discharge you. And to keep track, it's really great to have a journal in the hospital.
Absolutely. Now, I mean, I'm going to ask this question, but is there any way you, as the caregiver, the person there, can kind of slow down this whole process?
Oh, I love answering this question. I love answering this question. You absolutely, bar none, must slow everything down. I had a woman who was 98 and they wanted to do surgery on her, and she took 2.5 days to make that decision. And I had such respect for her, but she did not know what to do. She called her chaplain, she called her friend, she called me to process what the right thing was. And I would say, absolutely, tell everybody, I'm going to take time to deliberate this decision.
Because I think sometimes you kind of get intimidated with lots of doctors and nurses and specialists, and you think, well, I just have to do everything they tell me to.
That's right.
Quickly, they want an answer. And it really is overwhelming.
It really is overwhelming. And just communicate how you are as a person. I take time to make my decisions, and I want to give my mother time or my father time to make those decisions.
And so any other quick tips about managing that daily hospital routine?
What I would say is prepare for the discharge. Let everybody know you don't want your aging person to linger. You don't want to stay there a long time, so get the job done, don't run any unnecessary tests, and let's get out as soon as possible.
And so if people have more questions or want to get in touch with you, how do we reach you?
Oh, I'd love to have them call the Cameron Group at 407-896-2010 or go on our website, thecamerongroup.us.
And Amy, you've given us some great tips. I do want to mention that it's important to look at a person's hospital stay as a partnership between the patient, the family, and the healthcare professionals.